So this is the time I decided to burn my friends alive. We're going to go all the way back to when I was in 6th grade. Now, in 6th grade, I had woodshop class. Now, it wasn't the woodshop class you're thinking of where you have it in high school, because I had that one too. That's the one where you have band saws and you have goggles and all this other stuff. We were in 6th grade. So we got these thin little sticks, these little wooden sticks you have to slice with like these little hand saws. And mind you, these little hand saw hacksaws are so dull you can probably use it as a butter knife. So with these little sticks, we had a project. Now, this project was to build a bridge. Now, you build a bridge about this big, and whose ever bridge can hold the most weight, you get $50 in Mickey Donnies. You get the Mickey Donnies. And I was like, oh my God, I like Mickey Donnies. I like Ronald McDonald. Okay, I'm not a big fan of the Ronald McDonald guy, but I like the chicken nuggets. So here's what happened. I sat there and I thought, I gotta level the playing field. So I started harassing people, right? What I decided to do was I grabbed these thin sticks and I started cracking people with them. So while people are working on their project, I'm not working on mine because I don't do schoolwork. That's not for me. But what I decided to do was I was cracking people with these sticks by grabbing them, and they're thin sticks, so you just put your finger on the tip of it, you lock it back, and just crack them with a thumb. You hit them with it, and it leaves good welts. Anytime you hit somebody with one of these, it's a welt. It is a welt that goes from pink to red to purple. Funniest thing ever. And then I thought, you know what? After cracking about 5-6 people with it over the course of 2 to 3 days, I was like, I need to up the ante. So what I decided to do was I grabbed a hot glue. You know what? A hot glue gun. And I was pouring hot glue on the tip of the stick, and I was putting it behind people's necks. Thought it was the greatest thing ever. At the age of 10, I discovered 2 things. One was how to play with myself. 2 was how to burn people alive legally, to an extent, right? So what I started to do is I started burning people with it. Burned my friend Antonio, burned another kid named Gerson, Kevin. I was just burning people alive because I thought it was the greatest thing ever. And what I loved about it was when you put hot glue on the stick and you put it to the back of someone's neck, it dries so fast. So the initial burn's at like 250 degrees or 300-degree burn. So when they peel it off, it dries so fast that it starts pulling their hair out of their neck. So it's like double damage, and it would have like this red spot that would like turn into a blister and it would peel. And I kept doing it to people throughout the entire course of this program. I kept doing it to people, and then people started doing it back to me. And I didn't like that, okay? Because it burned. It burned a lot. So because of this, I may and or may not have started smashing people's bridges. What happened was at the competition, after about 2 or 3 weeks, the competition was on Friday. 2 to 3 other students had their bridges mysteriously punched. I don't know who did this. I don't know. If I knew who punched these people's bridges and who took them and broke them in half, 2 days before the competition, I would tell you. Snitches get the riches. You know what I'm saying? There's probably a bounty or something out there for this bridge smasher. But from what I heard, this is just, again, from a hole in the wall to sources. This was fact-checked by real American patriots from certain sources. From what I heard, some guy just grabbed his fist and just fucking punched these people's bridges out of pure anger and frustration of these glue boys. Now, what happened was, come the day of the competition, there were supposed to be 10 people participating. There was only 3 people participating. And what happened was, I still got 3rd place. Would you fucking believe that? After everything I've done, I still didn't win. I was like, there's no way. My bridge sucked. I was sitting there. This chick won. I don't know. I can't remember. It was probably like Melanie or something like that. I don't remember that this girl won, and she was sitting there eating chicken nuggets. Got $50. It's fucking bullshit. I don't know, dude. I still lost. I was so pissed. She clobbered me. And how she clobbered me is because with my bridge was pathetic. And if you thought that I spent the majority of this project harassing other people and putting hot glue on them and I somehow was gonna win, guys, you're out of your fucking mind, okay? The entire time, I spent 99% of my time not working on a project, just pouring hot glue on people, sticking people on, whacking people, turning off people's computers. That's another thing I was doing, was anytime people were doing research on bridges, what I kept doing is I kept walking up to the computer and unplugging it. And these computers are from like 1999, 2000, so they take like a century to boot up, the big dinosaurs. And I'd go up and I would click the button, but stop it! Yo, people would lose their shit, and I kept laughing. That's all I would do. So what happened was, last minute, I had to put together this bridge. I'm like, oh man, dog, this guy put like 2 ounces of weight on it. Fucking shit blew up. I was like, boom! I was like, oh shit. He put like a half drink can of Coca-Cola. That shit made my bridge just collapse. I was like, oh man. Who made that bridge? That bridge sucks so bad. And this other girl, dog, they put like a 25-pound dumbbell on it. Fucking steady. That was a sturdy bridge. You could probably, it was damn near a chair, okay? It was like a chair for squares. Yeah, I'm dead serious. A really good bridge by her. So shout out to her. Don't remember her name. But here's what would happen. Because of these instances, I would then go to wood shop in high school. Oh, this was bad. I had wood shop in 11th grade and 12th grade. Okay, so in 11th grade, this is my first course of wood shop. I thought it was a good idea to bring back the old glue wars. So what I decided to do was I kept putting glue on these sticks, and I started doing it to other people. And when this happened, I did it to a kid named Marvin. Marvin did not like it. Oh, he was so pissed. And let me tell you how I know Marvin. I know him because I was on the football team back in middle school, and Marvin was the water boy. Now, the thing with Marvin, he had surgery, so he could not participate with the rest of us, and he was a year older than us. Oh, you could take that shit with you, selling it for $3.99. But the thing with Marvin is he still wanted to be a part of the team, you know, in some which way, shape, or form. So he still wanted to be a team player. So because he couldn't hike the football, because he couldn't catch it due to surgery, he was like, yo, I still want to be a part of the team. So he was the water boy. Really cool dedication to him, right? From him, excuse me. So going on from there, you know, I used to talk mad shit to him. Why? Because I did it. That's why. I don't think I really need any other reason. And yeah, I just did it because I like talking trash. So I talk mad trash to him. He talk trash back. I kept saying he looked like a Mexican vampire because he did. He looked like a Mexican vampire. He also looked like a Teddy Graham. Because he was... You know, you know what I'm talking about because you know exactly what he looks like. He was like short, stocky with a round head. So I was like, yo, you like a Mexican Teddy Graham. Thought it was the funniest insult ever. So going on into high school, I started putting the hot glue on him. Bam. He lost his shit. He did not like that. He started going and making it a big deal. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. So he started doing it back to me and doing it back to other people. Now, the thing was, there comes a certain point in your life where you just stop giving a fuck. And I think that at this specific moment, I don't know what came over me. I'm going to be honest. I don't know what came over me. And I can't explain this. But this is what I did. If you leave a hot glue gun plugged in long enough, for some reason, it just keeps getting hotter and hotter. Okay? And there's a point where you can jam the glue stick. Like, you know, the glue stick's coming out the back. And if you put pressure on the glue stick, it will instantly melt the glue stick. Like, and it would all pour out the front in one single go. And once I discovered this, it was on. This was my weapon, right? This was my, in Star Wars terms, this was my Death Star. Okay, this was my nuke. So I had enough of this back and forth with the glue wars. And I said, you know what? You're about to get the Nagasaki. So what I decided to do was leave this glue gun plugged in for about 30 minutes of this period. I walked right up to him with it. I pushed the glue stick in the back as hard as I could with my left hand while squeezing the trigger. That shit covered his entire left hand with hot glue from the wrist to the knuckle. Whole shit. He was wearing a hot glue glove. Oh fuck, I took that boy to Glove World, okay? Dog, the look on his face. Pure horror. I mean, when he picked his hand up from this desk, all you saw was hot glue coming out from between his fingers. Just like, I just remember going, it's like, yeah, that's what we're doing today, baby. When I hit him with that shit, dog, not only his face, but then he proceeded to make a noise, almost like if someone covered his entire hand with hot glue. I don't know who did it. And when he did that, he started screaming so loud, everybody in the whole classroom started breaking their necks. Dog, he ran into the sink, started putting cold water on it, and he just peels off this entire fat shell, like, of cold, you know, it's not hot glue anymore, it's called cold glue, that's been solidified, and mind you, he's brown. Whole entire back of his hand is just dark red, and I was like, ah! Did you like that one, right? Dog, from right there, I think things got nuclear, right? What I mean by that is his cousin did not take too kindly of such an act. So his cousin started getting involved and started calling me a whole bunch of names. And I started calling him names back. A lot of slurs were involved. And what happened was, this then went into night school. Alright, it was a weird thing. I think I talked about this story before where he was talking shit to me in night school and we were going back and forth. And it was an awkward situation because he was talking more trash than me. Mind you, this is his cousin, so not him. He was talking more trash than me. And I was like, wow, somebody who talks more shit than me. And things almost got physical because it was like 9 o'clock at night in night school. And he comes up to my desk and I was like, oh shit. You know, I was like, oh man, things are getting real. And then what made it weird is because I stood up. And what made it so weird is like, you know, I hate to put it this way, but like, you're talking all this shit. And when I stood up, it was weird because I'm like 5'10". And I just towered over him. So I didn't expect to be that much taller than him. Because mind you, when we were talking shit in grade school, like, you know, during the day, he was on the other side of the classroom, so no one ever stood up. So I never knew how tall he was. Or, in this case, how short he was. So I stood up, you know, to go chest to chest. And that's when I found out he could suck my nipple standing upright. And I just kind of, I was like, come on, get the fuck out of here. And then people started laughing. I was like, get the fuck out of here, man. Come on, baby. It was just weird. And it just made for an awkward situation. He got told to leave the class. And here's my favorite part. Is the second he got told to leave the class, this is during night school, that's when he was like, yo, I really fuck you up, blah, blah, blah. I was like, you weren't saying that when we were like right here, dude. You was like right here, and you totally didn't say that. He's saying it because he's over there now. And, you know, people laughing about the shit. It's like, yo, it's like he was just right here, you know? So it was just a weird situation overall. Then, they waited, him and like 3 other guys waited outside of the night school to jump me. I was like, whoa, why are you guys so angry for? You act like I like covered your cousin's hand with hot glue or something. But yeah, they waited outside the night school to jump me. And it was just so fucking weird because at the end of the day, here's what happened. This is what they did. The night school officials were like, we can't let you leave the school. We can't let you leave the school. Me being, you know, young and tough, I was like, you know, because you got to be dumb to be tough. I was like, oh, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to fuck them all up. Would I? I don't know. There's 4 guys. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if I could have taken 4 dudes. Your mother probably could, but I don't know. But here's the point. I wanted to go out there. Thank God they ain't let me because it could have gotten pretty fucking ugly for everybody. But here's what happened. They made me pay for a taxi. I talked about it. They made me pay for a taxi to go home. It was bullshit. And then they jumped my boy in Manhattan. Yeah, this shit got out of hand. It got so out of hand. Yeah, they jumped my boy in Manhattan, yeah. I was like, oh shit. Word got back to me. And then I was like, yo, tell him I said he can eat a dick. So then the dude that they, you know, confronted me. He was like, you said I could eat a dick. I was like, no, I said he could eat my dick. No, guys, it just got out of hand. That's the guy. More of the story. Don't put hot glue on people. It's not a good idea. So with that being said, like, favorite, share most of the comments, subscribe. That's the hot glue wars. Things got really nuclear. Y'all have a good one. Comment down below if you ever did something like this or blah, 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 this, that, and the third. I'm going to probably make a couple more story times. But take a little break. I'm going to catch y'all the fuck later. No thumbs down in this video. Thumbs up! I lied for Marvin and his cousin. Oh, 2 thumbs down. Thumbs up! Peace.